All right. Good morning, folks. It is Tuesday, March 9th. This is the morning brief. Thank you so much for tuning in. And let's take a look and see what the S&P has done in the overnight session here. Okay, so we are looking at the overnight session here with the profile in blue. And it's been mostly bullish. We can see that the POC is weighted towards the top of the range here. That being said, though, value, meaning the value area, is entirely by the prior day's yesterday's RTH, regular trading hour here. So value is entirely inside. Same thing if you look at the Dow or right, seeing value entirely inside. However, if we look at the NASDAQ and the RTY or the Russell, trying to do two things at once here. Okay, so this is the NASDAQ, and you can see it's clearly bullish. Again, POC weighted towards the top of the range. Granted, value is inside, you know, but, price is clearly moving higher. We've got a bull flag formation building as we speak. Same thing with RTY. Actually, we have overlapping and higher value, and same thing, we've got a little bit of a bull flag formation building here. So my bias is long today. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we have on the economic calendar for today. As far as the economic calendar goes, all we have is the EIA short-term energy outlook. We have 58.8 forecast. Last time we had 58.7, and that should have been released already. Let's take a look, see what folks have to say about energy here. So I use investing.com for all of my, well, ads don't out on me. Bear with me, I'm going to refresh fast. I use investing.com for all of my economic and earnings calendar stuff. Let's see, actually, breaking news: Zoom, GameStop rise pre-market. Yeah, GameStop was up like 35% yesterday. I only looked brief. Okay, well, let's take a look at the calendar here. And why have they not reported yet? That's oh, you know why? It's okay. We're not going to worry about that for now, but if you do trade crude or any other energies, natural gas, something like that, the EIA short-term energy outlook would definitely be worth keeping an eye on. As far as earnings goes today, the only, it's we just got H&R Block, and they're not even a significant market cap, but that was all we really had on the calendar. We have Oracle tomorrow, though. They have a pretty big market cap. I think it was, off the top of my head, maybe 200 million. But yeah, generally when I look at my earnings calendar, I only really pay much attention to anything that's like, 300 mil or higher. So that's pretty much what I got going for you today. I just added this to my my morning prep stuff. So I'm looking at all of the indexes. Normally I would just look at the value area and the volume profile and everything on the ES futures, S&P futures, but now I'm looking at all four indexes, and I think that's going to help me to see a lot of help uncover my blind spots. Anyways, here is my bias for today. So my primary bias is long, although momentum is clearly weak. Yesterday we had higher value, meaning value area, but lower volume. So granted, we are moving higher. We're doing it on relatively weak volume, so momentum is not really that strong. So I'm looking for a break of yesterday's high of the day, and then a retest of 3900, and then the pivot high near 3912. So if we look on the longer term chart here, so here's yesterday's high of the day at 3879. So I'm looking for a break of that level. And then we've got 3900, very important psychological figure right here. I'm looking for a retest of that. And then we have this pivot high up here at 3912. That level right here. That is my target. long as we continue um, higher. This very large low volume node here on the composite volume profile that you so once we start gaining some decent traction up in that area, we should come up here to this high volume node. As you trade the volume profile, you'll know that low volume nodes are areas of price rejection. High volume nodes act more like magnets. So price, if you're picking your targets, that tends to move towards high volume. Anyways, let's take a look at some equities here. I'd certainly like to open the floor to anybody that has stocks, anything they want me to check out on their behalf. So feel free to let me know what you guys are trading, anything you guys are interested in, and I'm happy to see if we can break it down together. Get my Epic pen up and running here real fast. And if nobody has any requests, I'll just kind of start going through some equities, different equities, and we'll look at different setups and provide some advantages. Take a look at GameStop just because it sounds like that's moving. Whoa, damn, it is definitely moving in pre-market. But GameStop's sitting at $227. So that's a huge gap. We can see that this is where we closed at, and then this is where we are looking at in pre-market. GameStop very, very bullish. Traded all the way through this previous pivot high here around $210. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna zoom out to a higher time frame so we can see what we have in terms of resistance. Okay, so this is an hourly chart, and I'm gonna have to switch to 4-hour, I think, because the two did. Okay, so the price action over here is real sketchy. It's hard to say exactly uh, where we might start to run into trouble. I would definitely say this area of consolidation here. You can see all these candles closed in the relatively in the same area. That's right at 317.52. So that would be a level I would definitely target. Right here where we're at in pre, that's definitely area of confluence. So, yeah, I mean, if this thing continues to go up with good volume and strength, yeah, I'd be looking for a retest of 317.52 level. So, yeah, pretty interesting. Okay, so let's take a look at Zoom because I know that they said that that was moving in pre. Um, um, hmm. Sure what they're talking about. I mean, we got a very small gap up, but ultimately this thing looks bearish to me. Um, not sure what the hell Yahoo Finance or Investing.com was talking about. We've got a pretty decent trend line there. You can see that the buyers did try buying it up. We had a big spike and then a 120% retracement. So yeah, there's definitely some pretty strong shorts in the market here. This is a 4-hour time frame, mind you. Let's switch to something faster, like a 5-minute. Yeah. This still looks pretty bearish to me. This is a 5-minute chart right here, so I would not be trying to get long on Zoom right now. Momentum is just way too strong to the. Okay. Let's see here. Verizon has been very bullish here, as you can see. Yeah, this is a 5-minute chart. Let's check. Okay, we've got a decent trend line here. So this is actually a pretty sweet pullback setup. So this is where we're opening in pre at 56.77. So I'd be looking for a bounce off of this trend line, retest of this pivot high right here, and then continuation up towards like $58. This is 8 right here. So I think that looks good. This is a perfect, just textbook pullback setup. So not bad. Again, this is Verizon, ticker VZ. All right, let's see here. Same thing with Visa here. Very similar structure, although there is a little bit of a actually, I may take that back because I'm looking at this spike down right here, the trend line break. You can see it actually did so on really good volume. So the trend may be over with this thing. So Visa it potentially break down a little bit further here. So I take that back. I mean, you can see we've broken structure here, and we're looking fairly bearish. So I'd be looking for a retest of this level right here, right around 220, and then a potential break with continuation downside. Again, if you just came in, feel free to let me know if there are any particular equities you'd like me to check out. Again, we're just kind of looking for setups together. So if there are any trades you have on or anything you're confused about, just let me know and we can run through it. Wanted to take a look at Exxon Mobil. Chevron and Exxon both have been really bullish. I don't know if you've been following the oil market, but oil has just been absolutely killing it. Um, However, I was under the impression that we were starting to get to the top. Um, EL, the oil futures, are approaching a major, resistance level. So yeah, we'll have to see what happens. And you can see Exxon actually broke this symmetrical triangle, and we're opening right here in pre-market where my mouse cursor is. So I'd be potentially looking for a breakdown, retest of this pivot high here down around $60, and potentially we could get a bounce off of this trend line. But this would actually be a really nice short if we get enough momentum to break through that trend line right there. That looks good. Let's take a look at the oil futures because that may help give us a little bit of confirmation on this potential short. Okay, so these are the oil futures, ticker symbol CL, and see here. So yesterday's regular trading hours closed right about here. So yesterday it was definitely bullish, and you can see it's just ranging here in the middle of the night. So yeah, I mean I think we're probably gonna get a bounce here as well. You can see it's starting to turn into a little bit of a head and shoulders pattern. So yeah, I think overall oil looks pretty good still. Granted, it is definitely losing momentum. Be mindful. Okay. We got about 15 minutes till the open here. Again, the floor's open. If there are any equities you want me to check out, possible setups, let me know. Let's take a look and see what Tesla's doing here. So, Tesla has been, if we zoom out here to a higher time frame, this is an hourly. It's largely been in a downtrend for God since like February. And we're starting to get a little bit of a bounce here. Granted, I mean, if you can see these previous formations, it started to put in a little bit of a wedge, and then the sellers came in and broke right through it. So it's too soon to say whether or not this will actually bounce, and if we will get continuation. You can see this is where we're opening at in pre, right where this red line ends. So it's too soon to say whether or not this is going to bounce and we'll get a trend line break, or if that same seller is going to come back in and drive it down. So possibly a good setup here, but again, it's too soon to say. All right, we got 13 minutes till the open. Let's take a look back at the S&P futures and kind of see what's going on here. Okay, so all right. So, we are starting to see a little bit of weakness here. We've got a head and shoulders going on. And if we look at the Dow right here, Dow, you can definitely see that I mean, it's acting like it wants to break lower. I think I probably see. You can see this red candle. That means happens at value. Oh, sorry. I'm an idiot. I just realized it's really hard to stream on both YouTube and TikTok at the same time because I sometimes I forget. I need to get like a headset or something because I forget if I move too far away from my mic, the noise gate kicks in way too hard and you just can't hear anything. So if you're watching on YouTube, I sincerely apologize. Um, yeah, speaking of which, everybody on TikTok here, like I said, if if you feel inclined, like I said, I stream on both TikTok and YouTube, and YouTube allows you the ability to see my entire screen, which that may or may not that may or may not be favorable for you. So, um, in any event, all right, well, guys, we got 9 minutes till the open here. Since we're not really doing a ton here in terms of equities. I'll probably wrap it up here just a little bit early today, unless anybody has any tickers or anything they want me to check out. Hey, what's up, Elliot? Thanks for joining us. Again, the floor is open, guys. Feel free to throw some stocks my way, anything you want a second opinion on. GM, you got it, bud. Okay, so this is a 1 hour chart and looks like we are gapping up in pre, so that's definitely bullish. Let's get a little bit faster here. Pull up a 5 minute. Yeah, yeah, I can definitely take a look at crypto. Okay, so this looks great. We've got nice support level here, so clearly there's quite a bit of volume in this area. I always like it when you have a decent amount of volume that's hit against a key level, so you've got something to lean against. You know that there are buyers positioned in here, basically, and they're likely to defend their positions. Yeah, I like the way this looks. Again, we are gapping up here, so you can see there's a little bit of an invisible spike there. So I would be looking for a retest of with me. So we've got horizontal resistance right there around 55.84, followed by this pivot high up here at 56.21. So yeah, this looks good. Again, I would be bullish. KuCoin trading bot, man, I am not familiar with that. I'm primarily a futures trader, so I don't haven't been following crypto all that much. So yeah, again, I'm looking for a retest of this 55.84 level. And if it takes that out, it'll probably come up here all the way to 56.21 and retest that as well with a potential break. So this is just kind of looking like a bull flag to me, pretty classic pattern, and it looks good though. I like it. So we'll just want to keep an eye on it. You know, we want to see it get all the way to 55.84. If it starts to uh, put in a lower low like that though, and it doesn't quite make it, then that's definitely going to infer some bearishness, and I'd be looking for a break of this low down here, with possible continuation. So, like I said, we want to make sure that it's actually getting all the way up here to that level. Oh, sorry, I didn't even realize. Okay. Are there any particular cryptocurrencies you want me to check out? Like I said, I'm not familiar with coin or whatever that is. 6 minutes till the open, guys. S&P still looking like it's putting in a bit of a head and shoulders. Dow is still looking weak. The Russell is still hanging out kind of at the top of the range, and Nasdaq did put in a higher high, so tech is looking strong. Oh, other thing I wanted to get 5 minutes till the open. Let's take a look at the equities heat map here. Bear with me. Oh, come on, FinViz. You're not giving us pre-market? Some of these sites, man, I swear. I'll have to wait till the open to see what's going on. Okay, we got time for these last two, and then I got to get ready for my own trading day. So we'll check out SLV and ADA, and then I got to bounce. All right. Yeah, guys, I'm here every morning at 6 a.m. Pacific time. So just know that I am that is my new schedule, and so feel free to join me. Like I said, I'll be on at 6 a.m. every day, Monday through Friday. So, all right, so we've got a descending triangle going on here. Where are we opening in? Holy Jesus! Okay, this is a hell of a gap. We're gonna have to switch to a higher time frame. Jesus, guys, silver is just going ape. You know what I'm gonna say. Uh, what a gap. Jesus. Okay, so there's a huge invisible spike because we gapped all the way from 23.32 to 24 bucks. So that's crazy. All right, so in terms of what may or may not happen next, we've got some horizontal resistance. Let's see, right there at 24.34. And we got another one right up here at 25 bucks. And it looks like we have, yes, we do. We have an unfilled gap right up here, which is beautiful. This level between 25 and 25, 40, something like that. I would be looking for this gap to get filled. So this thing is taking off like a rocket. I would be looking for us to come up here, consolidate a little around 24.34. Also have another unfilled gap here. So I would be looking for the market to come up, fill that gap, and fill that gap. and come all the way up to 25.51. So man, if you're one of those really good options traders, um this is this could be a really really good trade. Like I said, the market, it doesn't always fill gaps, but it does like to come back eventually and repair the poor structure. And like I said, this is most definitely looking like it wants to get repaired. 2 minutes till the open, guys. I'm gonna have to wrap it up here. I'm really, really sorry I ran out of time. Like I said, I'll be on 6 a.m. daily. If there are any stocks or anything you want me to check, you can always leave a comment, on my one of my videos too. I'll definitely see it. In any event, I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Wish you the best of luck today. Again, my bias is long. That being said, though, momentum is very, very weak. So I am expecting chop. We're opening up in yesterday's value area. So clearly sentiment hasn't really changed that much. Again, that being said, point of control is weighted towards the top of the range. So I am hoping for a break of the overnight high, but like I said, I'm seeing a lot of weak now. So we'll see what happens. Anyways, guys. Yeah, thanks so much, Claudia. I appreciate that. And you too. So, all right, guys. Again, thank you so much. I will see you tomorrow morning. Watch your risk and best of luck today. Take care.